Morning, Michael Masserang here again, and today we're going to talk about basement waterproofing. This house is about 50 years old, and it has a gentle incline from the road down to the front, and based on the age of the home being 50 or so, 60 years old, certainly the exterior waterproofing membranes they did at the time wear down and certainly become less effective. And if there was a footing drain, it's long been clogged with roots and sediments. So we were brought into this project by one of our referral partners, and we're going to do a couple things on the outside as far as drainage. One thing we noticed here, this downspout discharge here at the left front is into a buried pipe, which is great. But the homeowner reported that they were getting water intrusion through the back of the home. And this is a converted garage that was converted to living space a long time ago, and the water leaked in through the back, partly because of the water discharging at these 2 points so close to the foundation, as well as the concrete was finished too high at the time. So we had a problem there. So what we're going to do is we're going to break the concrete out on the edge here, since they're going to replace this concrete anyway, and we're going to run a duo discharge line from here all the way out to the natural area out in these trees, which is perfect, and we can get a gravity fall. And so we'll walk into the house to see the guys are here getting ready for production today. This house, interestingly enough, had a baseboard system installed a long time ago, and you can see where these weep holes were introduced into the wall on the first course of block. Baseboard systems sit up off the ground or off the concrete, I'm sorry, and contain the water up behind the baseboard, just like your average baseboard. These systems are problematic. They don't take the water beneath the slab. So this system, of course, has been ripped out, and we're going to replace it with a real waterproofing system. The main system here, we're underneath the front porch, and we do have water seeping in here. So we're going to run our system along the porch area, punch through the foundation wall there over the footer, and continue in this section of the basement, running the system all around this foundation wall, around the chimney foundation to the corner. And again, we're able to utilize, excuse me guys, we don't need a sump pump in this location because we do have a gentle fall on this property. We're able to do our gravity exit at the corner, tie into this discharge here, where we'll make a duo discharge for the gutter, a separate pipe for the gutter, as well as a gravity exit line for the drain system. They'll trench out here and run this discharge all the way to this culvert, which it ties into the city system. So that's kind of the basis, nuts and bolts of the project. To get this old waterproofing problem finally corrected with the proper solution. And part B of the video will be to see exactly what we did in the finished product as we evolve through the project, and look forward to sharing that here shortly. Thank you. Here we are in the second half of the video. We're going to show the finished product of the basement waterproofing project. During the project, as in the first part, we abandoned the old baseboard system, which it was ineffective and not working properly anyway. And as you can see here, part of the system was completely abandoned as it was unneeded. You can see here the old weep holes were plugged with hydraulic cement. The walls have been coated with a liquid sealer, 2 coats of liquid sealer, to help with moisture coming in through these old block walls. What we decided to do is to deploy a partial system based on the reports of the homeowner. Majority of the water was coming in here through the porch. So what we've done is we've created a full waterproofing program here, starting at the porch. And you can see here we have the control pipe in the floor, which is underneath this Sacrete patch control pipe. And on top of this, we have 12 feet of hard wall sealer, which hides the weep holes, which are behind the hard wall sealer. And of course, the rest of the wall has been coated with a liquid wall sealer for long-term moisture and bleeding and sweating issues. So this system goes around the porch. We punch through this wall here to make it into the main basement section as previously viewed. And you can see here, because of this brick veneer, we were forced to switch to a flexible sealant, which is here, so we could wrap this around the brick veneer and be able to hide our weep holes, which were drilled through the mortar joints. But you can see the pipe is underneath the patch here, turning the corner, going around the old chimney foundation, turning the corner and going outside to the outside part of the house. And we did something here to improve foundation drainage as well as addressing the waterproofing problem. With the negative fall, we were able to do a gravity discharge. You can't always do this always, and you'll see a lot of mistakes with gravity discharge, and many of the companies will deploy the system and it doesn't work. You have to go in reference to the bottom of the footer. You got to have enough fall in reference to the bottom of the footer to be able to get a gravity discharge to work. So what we did here is we actually did a duo exit line, and we were buried this downspout discharge because water was coming into the back of the house here because it was just dumping here at the corner for many years. So we did a common trench out here, and as you can see, the guys put down seed and straw here to cover up the extra dirt and to be able to get some grass to here grow, hopefully this fall. But you can see here in this culvert, or this ditch that is tied into the city system, we've got a duo exit line here, each equipped with a bubble pot. So both the water lines, or both the exit lines, are independent. So if one gets clogged, the other one will stay on line. This is another problem we'll see with the competition, is they'll try to tie everything into one line. So if one line goes down, it gunks up the entire system. So we're very careful to only put one discharge line, up to two gutter downspout discharge on one line. And in this case, the gravity discharge has its own exit line for long-term effectiveness and many years of use. So as we walk over here, also part of this project was to take care of the horrible foundation drainage problem here at the left rear corner if you're facing the structure from the front. Since they're replacing this driveway, it was a perfect opportunity to go ahead, break out the concrete, and do what should have been done 30 years ago. We took the downspout discharge from the front left corner, which was sticking out here, tied it into a T, and tied it into a duo exit line here, which is at this corner. So now, instead of water dumping down here and coming into the rear entry as it has for many years, now this water is very safely and effectively buried to an underground PVC pipe. Same issue here, where you see the seed and straw. This was completely dug up, and a new exit line deployed here at the edge of these trees, where the water can just simply bubble up and make it out to the trees. So that will take care of that foundation drainage issue. And the combination of the foundation drainage improvements, as well as customizing the waterproofing system to be more strategic, getting rid of the ineffective baseboard system, this client won't have any more water problems. So the customer is going to do some major remodeling back here, new driveway. Now with the foundation drainage improvements and waterproofing system in place, we've got a guarantee for this customer for water intrusion as well as moisture. And they're not going to have any more problems in here for hopefully many years. And also, again, if you have any questions about hard wall sealers, flexible sealers, or liquid sealers, it's important to deploy these sealers in the right way. A lot of these companies will deploy sheets of the hard wall sealer and tuck it down into the control pipe. And I've pulled that stuff down all through my career, and you get mold behind that stuff. It really can become an environmental issue when you've got black mold growing in behind your wall panels. And I've seen it happen. So be very careful about deploying these hard wall sealers on these block walls, because you don't have to use a hard wall sealer panel. You can use liquid sealer. And as long as you drill weep holes at the base of the wall, you're going to be able to release that hydrostatic pressure. Make sure you have the hard wall sealer or the flexible sealer 12 inches up off the control pipe, and that's tucked down into the system. So there's no way that water is going to be able to bleed through these walls. And it looks so much prettier and brighter having the liquid sealer in place. It also makes it easier to paint the walls around utility penetrations. Those hard wall sealers just don't have the ability. I mean, here by this water line, it's so much easier to be able to coat the walls around these utility penetrations. And it's just much cleaner and neater. So again, if you have any questions about basement waterproofing or wall sealers, please give us a call. If you think you need a sump pump, you may be able to do a gravity discharge, but most likely you're going to need a sump pump. But luckily on this house, we didn't need it. So another completed project here with basement waterproofing. We appreciate you watching the video today, and give us a call at the bottom of your screen. And we'll be glad to come out to your house and evaluate your waterproofing issues, or perhaps design a foundation drainage issue to keep the water from coming into the structure in the first place. So again, this is Michael Mazarang, and we appreciate you watching this afternoon. We're off to the next one. Hope you have a good day.